Why are so many Christians right now arguing over like when the rapture is going to happen and biblical prophecy altogether? I think it's because a lot of people have heard verses from the Bible and don't understand what they are in context. Maybe they haven't dived deeper into a study. And I'm not judging, because I am one of those people with like very little time. But the Lord led me to make this video, I feel, because for the past 5 years or so that I've come to Christ, I keep on getting in these stages where I just keep on wanting to know about end times prophecy. I want to know when Jesus is coming back. I just felt this fire in my spirit in 2020, whenever I finally repented, because I knew the Lord, but I didn't know the Lord. And I felt this fire in my spirit that like he was going to come back any minute, and like what was I doing? What was I going to answer to him for? Well, okay, so let me get straight to the point. Why are Christians saying that Jesus is going to come back, or the rapture is going to happen during the Feast of Trumpets? What is the Feast of Trumpets? Now this is a thing, especially with Americanized Christianity, is that a lot of people don't know about God's feast days, like God's holy days, holidays, holy days. We know about Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter. I'm not going to get into that right now. But he has 7 holy days. One of them is Passover, which has now been replaced with Easter. Pentecost. We know about Pentecost. A lot of churches still celebrate Pentecost. But Feast of Trumpets is the first holiday of the year. It's like the Jewish New Year, because it's the first year of their month, which is in usually around September or October. This month, it would be around September 22nd. Now, what's important about the Feast of Trumpets is it's called Yom Teruah. They also call it Rosh Hashanah. I may be pronouncing that wrong. But it's known as... So in Matthew 24:36, it says, no man knows the day nor hour. And a lot of Christians want to argue over when Jesus is coming back and saying, oh, we can't pick a date. No man knows the day nor hour. And I agree to a point, because that is a Jewish idiom for the Feast of Trumpets. Why? Because the Feast of Trumpets for the new year is, it all starts whenever they spot the new moon in Jerusalem. And as we know, like, that could tarry for a day or so, because they say that, I think, moon cycles are about 29 and a half days. So, it could be a day later. And I believe that they spot new moons with, like, when they see the tiny sliver of the new moon. Not like how we know the new moon, just the black moon. But, like, whenever you see the tiniest little sliver in Jerusalem, they have people who look for these signs to kick off when the holiday is going to start, or the holy day is going to start. And for the most part, we can predict when it's going to happen. So from my understanding, it may happen around September 22nd of this year, just a week or so from now. And this is important because, whether or not you believe in the rapture or not, 1 Corinthians 15:51 through 52 and 1 Thessalonians 14:16 talk about how the dead will be raised, and that in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, all shall be changed at the last trumpet. And there's a lot of talks about trumpets. We have the trumpets in Revelation. We have the 7 seals, 7 trumpets, and the 7 bowls of wrath. And we also have to realize that if you need... I will put it in the description, but it says that this generation will not pass away before the coming of man, I believe. That's talking about Israel. Israel is 77 years old. So if you're wondering why is it all this talk now? Isn't the Feast of Trumpets every year like any other holiday? Yes, it is. But a generation in the Bible is about 70 to 80 years. And if he said that this generation will not pass away, and he's talking about his nation Israel, and Israel is 77, we have to realize that he really is coming back anytime now. Evil is rising like none other. Like we've heard about Charlie Kirk and the Ukrainian woman and all these other things, all these shootings. And it's honestly just demonic. There's just demons everywhere, and it's got me so scared to even do anything. Like, I've let fear paralyze me for so long. And I justify it by saying, well, I'm raising my kids in the way that they should go. But I'm not coming on here and trying to use modern technology to help people to spread the word, especially because I feel like I have all this knowledge about things that I've learned. And I haven't done anything with it. And I just keep on thinking, like, if he's going to come back in just a couple of weeks, like, not saying that he will, but if this Feast of Trumpets really is the day that things are going to kick off, the 7-year tribulation, if you don't know about the Galilean wedding, let me know, because that's where part of the rapture ideology comes from, like how the Galilean wedding is, from where Jesus is, Galilee. That he used agriculture and a lot of things that the Jewish culture around that time knew. So if you don't know, let me know, and I'll make a video on that. But I think it's time for us to stop letting fear dictate our actions, and just spread the word. Right now is the time to repent. Like, we don't want to be caught with no oil in our lamps. We don't want to be the foolish virgin who was not prepared for his coming, and we need to be watchful no matter what. Even if he does not come back right this minute, we need to prepare. We need to spread his word and stop acting like we have all the time in the world. God bless.